Well, it's not better. So play it. Play it.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Ready, go.
This shit's not even loading.
Red is mad. Let's be honest, truthfully, at the rate I'm moving, you gon' have to get used to me. As sauce is the weakest. Tang in my 3-step. Often rejected cause I reject the reject. Garage band flow needs no reason. And y'all niggas taste less beef, no seasoning. C4's eating them, proceed to the exit. Ends with the LY, starts with an S, yes.
Oh shit, I don't know if you guys can see, but that's water. Yikes. Uh-oh. This may have been a bad decision. Why didn't you listen to the sign?
I wanted to.
Just play it.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
It looks like a lake.
That's a flood. Goddamn. I wonder how deep it actually is.
It looks kind of deep because that's a dip in the road.
Yeah. Wow. Holy heck.
Yeah, that's pretty deep because look how it's flowing.
Yeah, that shit. That I don't know if anyone can see that, but that river is flowing. Goddamn. I just called it a river too. Wow. That is unfortunate. Well, still getting my pancakes.
Short clip. Like, you're not even supposed to see hands, really. You're not even supposed to see your hand, you're just supposed to see it hit the thing. And
So okay. That's fucking disgusting. Free nanas. That bullshit. That good shit. Fuck, I'm not even talking about them right now. Let's get to
You
start.
really drew your logo.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, welcome to Shameless Plug. I'm your host, Xavier Madison. Wait, I didn't introduce ourselves. Well, Shameless Plug is a podcast where we talk about music, media, life, and all of their intersections. As I said before, I'm the host. I'm your host, Xavier Madison. And let's see, today we are in my beautiful kitchen. If you are watching this on video, if you're just listening on SoundCloud or my website or what have you, then you can't see anything, which is probably for the better because this is a very raunchy video. But my kitchen is beautiful, so check it out. But anyway, there is a lot to go over with music drops and in regard to hip-hop, rap, pop culture, all of that, yada, yada, yada. But before I get into that, there's some things I want to address, namely the crop, the new websites that are popping up that are dedicated to music and whatnot. And look, I'm not gonna try to even bullshit you guys because I'm not gonna be over here trying to convince you that I was the first person to make a website about music and make playlists and do all that nonsense. But I'm gonna tell you, I was the first one in my area, like my hometown, to do that shit. And that's where a lot of them are popping up. But, you know, it's all cool, it's all good. I just think it's whack if you wanna do it just to make money, cause no one's gonna really wanna buy your shit if you don't set up a good form of communication between you and your audience. But that's enough gems. I'm not really gonna give you any more. Cause if you wanna copy the recipe, if you wanna copy the black man, you gotta do it on your own. I'm not gonna help you. But anyway, let's just get into the good shit. Let's talk about music. Oh yeah, old school recommendation. I'll do that later. I'll do that towards the end of the episode because I really want to get into all the new music that dropped. Namely, Day 69, Tekashi69's mixtape, album, EP, whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but it seems that the only people that like that stuff are 12-year-olds. Or 13, people in that age. 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds, you know, 14, high school kids, middle school kids, they love Tekashi69. People my age, so I'm talking like older teens, like 18, 19, early 20s, like 20 to 22, they apparently do not fuck with Tekashi69, like, at all. My roommates especially don't fuck with it. My dad, he's not 20, but he's pretty old. He doesn't fuck with it. None of my cousins, my peers, no one else that I know that listens to hip hop particularly likes Tekashi69. And in an earlier episode of Shameless Plug, I actually kind of disowned Tekashi69 because of his sexual abuse charges, rape charge. Unpaid intern, what is he charged with?
Having sexual intercourse with a 13-year-old.
Having sexual intercourse with a minor, a 13-year-old. So we did disclaim him on this show. Alright, this is our first video in this setup, so I apologize for any technical difficulties. I think it was like sliding earlier. It was kind of like moving. So I apologize for that. This also will not be in the podcast. This is a video exclusive clip you're getting right now. You're getting exclusive content right here. So check it. But anyway, where was I? Day 69 by Tekashi69. Yeah, Day 69 is exactly run-of-the-mill what you'd expect of a Tekashi69 taste or tape. Every track is extremely hard. There's no soft sim shit. There's not even like a singy, songy type track that every rapper has on their album these days. Even T Grizzly had a singing track on his mixtape, and that's absent from Day 69. The good intro, but the best songs on that tape were already known. So we're talking Gummo, Kiki, Kuda. These names are so stupid. Yeah, Poo Poo. Like, all the best songs were already released before this tape dropped, except the intro. So if you're a fan of Tekashi69, you should give it a listen. But you also shouldn't be a fan of Tekashi69 because he is a fucked up person. But if you can endorse that and get behind that, check out his tape. If you're just a normal hip hop fan who's not familiar with Tekashi69, do not waste your time. He's not worth getting into, especially with how much baggage he comes with as an artist. So I wouldn't even bother with that. But on to a single that should have a lot of people talking. A lot of white girls should be, you know, playing this at their, oh, they don't throw tailgates. What is it? What are they called?
Kickback.
Unpaid intern. Kickbacks. A lot of white girls should be playing this at their kickbacks. It is called Psycho by Post Malone. And I feel kind of disingenuous reviewing a Post Malone song because there's not much to say about it. He's a generic artist. He's exactly what you'd expect. He is unique, but all his songs also sound too similar to one another. So what I'm trying to say is this sounds like Rockstar. It sounds like another manufactured pop hit. It's gonna make a ton of money. It's gonna be everywhere. It's gonna be at every frat party. It's just gonna be that type of song. Post Malone has never really like sold in, if that's like the correct term. So I can't really say he's sold out, but I will say that he seems to be getting more and more into a groove. I did listen to one of his tapes, the one with the fire on it. I forgot the name. There's a song with Jaden Smith on there that I enjoyed, and there's a song about Bankroll Fresh that I enjoyed. But besides that, I wasn't really feeling it. And it seems like he's just moving away from what made me like those couple of songs. He's really getting into the more heavy melodic shit, the pop R&B charting shit, and I can't blame him. I mean, he's not like the most legitimate hip-hop artist out right now, so of course he's gonna make tracks like this, right? So if you enjoy Post Malone, you'll love this song. Definitely check it out. If you hate Post Malone, avoid this song at all costs. If you're just a regular run-of-the-mill hip-hop fan, I can't even tell you to avoid this song because you're gonna hear it everywhere, all right? So you might as well not even go out of your way to listen to it because it's gonna be on every radio station, every video, at every party in a week or 2 weeks max. Okay, I'm really sorry about this whole camera situation. It's really fucked up. So it's really my tripod that's messing up. So I'm trying my best to like orient it so it can just stay still the whole episode, but it just keeps sliding and I apologize. But anyway, back to the music. So we also have a new single from Logic. I did think Logic sold out with his last album. Everyone was not feeling it, and I was a big fan of all his mixtapes, especially his Young Sinatra. The last one, I think, Welcome to Forever. I thought it was a very diverse project, and it showed promise ahead with his, record label, record deal, and putting out real albums. And I was really pleased with Under Pressure, but I did not enjoy everything. And I did think that his second album, the one with him in the spaceship, I'm blanking on the name right now, sorry, but I was kind of disappointed with that. So I was really disappointed to see that he didn't pick things back up with his third album. And on this new single, he seems to be just copying other rappers. It's something Logic's always done. He's always copied his contemporaries like Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. He's always, been one step behind them in terms of aesthetic. But I'm really disappointed that he seems to be copying artists like Future with this new single. It's pretty good rapping because Logic is a great rapper. You know, he's a very good wordsmith. But it sounds just like this one Future song that I can't put my finger on, and neither can my roommate. But there is a Future song out there that it sounds like. So if you know the name of said song and you know what song Logic is trying to replicate on his new single, I think his new single is called Day 44 or 44 something. Please leave it in some form of my social media. So comment it on this. Let me know on my Instagram, shamelessplugmedia.net website. Just let me know the name of this one Future song it sounds just like. And the song is actually called 44 More, okay? So if you can tell me what Future song that sounds like, I will be very happy. But yeah, I don't even think I'm gonna put that song on the playlist because it's too generic for me. I like the message, you know, he's a wholesome guy. He's talking about providing for his family and all that, but you know, it's just not the Logic I know and love and that I want to be hearing. So sorry, man, not on the playlist this week. Still a great artist. I will still always check for him, and I will still always listen to his music and let you know what I think. But this one was not for me. And so I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Unpaid intern, correct me if I'm wrong. SOBXRBE.
Probably.
All right, SOBXRBE released a mixtape album. Who even gives a fuck anymore? They released a project. There was a lot of actually diverse beat selection on the tape, which is what I was surprised about because I didn't think that they would, you know, venture out of their comfort zone too much. Because even their song on the Black Panther soundtrack was tailored specifically towards them. But there was a very diverse beat selection. The energy was incredibly hard because, you know, that's their genre. But my only problem with them is that they have the same flow on nearly every track. There's 15 songs and the whole thing is about 43 minutes, and I could not tell when one song ended or when one song began. It was pretty annoying, but I will say that Antisocial is a great song. I think every music website is naming it Best New Track. And there's another song I really enjoyed that will be on the playlist. I'll let you check that out because I need you to click on it. I'm not gonna give you any more free gems. You're gonna click on the playlist at shamelessplugmedia.net. You know where it is. Just scroll all the way down to my homepage and you will find it. Available on Spotify and Apple Music. Also, it will be linked in the description of this video. But yes, I would definitely check this tape out, no matter if you're a fan of them or not. If you just like hip hop and rap at all, definitely give it a listen because they're bringing something new to the table within trap. I hate using that word, but within trap music. And I really just enjoyed their whole cadence, their flow, even if it is their, you know, one trick. They do it very well. So I gotta give them credit for that. And now finally, the last thing I want to talk about, well, two things I want to talk about. The Black Milk tape. He's a Detroit artist. If you're not from Detroit, you might not be that familiar with it unless you're like very into beats and, you know, underground hip hop. He's Black Milk is mainly a producer, but he also raps. And I did play one of his songs on the intro of one episode. I think it was episode 11. So yeah, he's been a fan favorite. He's been a favorite of the show. He will also be on the playlist. This album is definitely for more hardcore or old head hip hop listeners. Not really any trendy beats or trendy styles that he's hopping on, but it is excellent. The tracks are produced excellently, and the samples in there are they sound very organic, and they're very how do I put this? I don't want to say random because I know there's probably a reason he used every sample, but they catch you by surprise. I'll say that. And this tape is really just going to show that this type of hip hop isn't dead. So for all you fans out there that say you missed that real shit, that J Dilla, that yada yada yada, here it is. All right, Black Milk released his new album, and the title of it was Fever. And let me give you the title of the SOBXRBE album too. I'm sorry. That is called Gangin'. And let's see what else. And Tekashi69 is Day 69. Casey Musgraves is coming out with the album, if any of you are in the country. I'm not, but I really enjoyed her remix of Waves that she had with Miguel. So she'll always have a place in my heart, okay? No hate. And what else did I listen to? Little Dark Age by MGMT I barely listened to today. I had it on in the background while I was making these pancakes. They're delicious. And I do enjoy this a lot. It does sound like something they would play in the background of Urban Outfitters, but that's MGMT for you. I do enjoy the In Shows She Works Out Too Much a ton. I enjoy Little Dark Age a ton, and When You Die. One or all three of those will be on the playlist, so you can check them out. And one song I did find kind of annoying was Me and Michael, just because it was kind of repetitive, but that's their whole shtick. It's kind of, I hate to say psychedelic, but it has a very relaxed, chill wave vibe. You should definitely, even if you're a hip hop fan, if you're a fan of any type of music, I would always put this on in the background while you're doing anything that needs to be paid attention to. Because this is good music that you can focus, that you can have in the background while you're focusing on something. So I'll put that on the playlist, don't you worry. I haven't listened to it enough to give you an in-depth review, so that's why I'm kind of skimming around it, but I'll let you know that I did enjoy it. Also, Reggie Snow, I have still not gotten to because I am a piece of shit. I am so sorry. But I will get to it. And I think because I have been so lazy with this Reggie Snow album that I'll write about it. Because I need to punish myself for not being on him by this time. Also, I'm not even going to talk about Black Youngsta because I didn't feel like listening to it before this episode. I'm pretty sure no one listening to this cares that much. If you do, I'm sorry. I like that song, Booty. I won't even lie. I think that's a pretty funny song. So I might listen to the album if I'm just bored in the gym or something, but don't expect any like written review or any video about that. And yeah, those are all of the new drops that I have paid attention to. I'm sure I'm missing one or two things, but that's everything that I've been I've been listening to. Sorry, Unpaid Intern kindly reminded me of Tyga's new album, Kyoto. If any of you want to review that, I suggest you check out all these other whack-ass music sites, because I will not be putting you onto that bullshit. Don't you worry. Oh yeah, but that did remind me. Oh shit, Janelle Monáe is having an album come out. Her songs will be on the playlist. I'm not going to review those songs because I don't want to. They're good songs. I'm not going to just sit here and talk about why they're good. You already know I like them. And Kaz put out his album, Under Dreamville, Affected. I think that has gone under the radar too much. I think that he deserves more credit for that. He sounds extremely frustrated on this album. He sounds, his voice got deeper. It sounds more gritty. It's more dark than his last album, his Cause and Effect album, Under Dreamville. And the song with J. Cole, Zendaya, it's very, it's kind of in the same vein of that old school hip hop shit. It shows you that this type of rap isn't dead. Definitely check it out if you like J. Cole, or if you think J. Cole is too corny, because even though Kaz might have his corny moments on songs, he's like a J. Cole for people that want a more hood J. Cole, if that makes sense. Not saying he's a hood rapper, but he's more hood than J. Cole in his songs. So check that out. That will be on the playlist, obviously. And the name of that album is Affected. Badu with Currency will get an honorable mention. Van Ness will get an honorable mention. Questions will get an honorable mention, and Freaky 45, I'll give it an honorable mention just because I like the subject matter. Definitely listen to Freaky 45. It's about bagging a MILF, so it's a fun listen. And let's see, anything else that I'm listening to? The Young Dolph's EP, it's Young Dolph, type music. Victory Lap by Nipsey Hussle. There's a written review of that on shamelessplugmedia.net. That's all I'm gonna say. And Black released a single. I think I already told you how I felt about the Black Panther soundtrack. So as far as new music goes, there you have it. That is everything that I've been listening to for the past 2 weeks. If I'm missing anything, or if there's anything that you want me to listen to, let me know, get at me, you can yell at me, I don't care. But in the meantime, let's take a very brief intermission and collect our thoughts on everything I just said and come back well rested. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this song. Peace. Something I just realized for the video, if you're watching this on YouTube, you probably won't hear any of the music that's in the podcast because of copyright. So I apologize. Everything I play is on the playlist too. So that gives you more incentive to check it out, because there's a link in the description. And if you just go to shamelessplugmedia.net and scroll all the way down to the bottom, it should be there. So check it out. Sorry I couldn't hook you guys up with the video, but you know how this thing goes. YouTube wants to, you know, just make it as hard for us as possible. But anyway, let's get into it. So the song that I just played on the podcast was called Flowers by Hair Squeed. Check it out in the playlist, yada yada yada. But it's already been about 20 minutes if you include the music in this, and I don't want to keep you guys for too long because I don't understand how people record like hour and a half long podcasts. That shit's ridiculous. So we're just gonna talk about topics that have been going around a lot in the news and the media, whatnot, and just give our 2 cents on it. And number one topic that people have been mentioning is Black Panther. I, for one, saw it on opening day. I believe I saw it on Friday. And when I tell you I've never seen a movie theater that crowded, I mean it. There were 2 separate lines for one theater. Each line wrapped around itself at least like twice. It was one of the most... Unpaid intern is doing some shit right now, excuse me. It was one of the most crowded I've ever seen a movie theater. And let me say, it was kind of worth it. It was a run-of-the-mill Marvel movie, if we're all gonna be honest. So I'm not gonna give it credit and call it groundbreaking cinema. It's not like, you know, Moonlight or Beasts of the Southern Wild or even Beasts of No Nation. It's not as good as any of those films. But for what it is, it deserves credit. And it is a superhero movie. And it does have a great cast. I couldn't really buy Michael B. Jordan as a convincing villain because he seems like such a good guy. He just seems like a very nice person, so I can't really see him being like Killmonger, but I did enjoy Killmonger. He was probably my favorite character in the movie. Actually, I take it back. Unpaid intern. My favorite character was...
Rogers.
Who?
Captain America.
Fuck off. Okay, my favorite character was the monkey tribe. That sounds racist as shit. But it was, I swear to God, there were these gorilla tribesmen and they were like pound their chest and like make hoo 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 noises. And the leader of that group was my favorite. The leader of the Jabari tribe. So I did enjoy how they were kind of reclaiming the whole monkey connotation amongst black people. That was cool. But I don't know. I think the film is gonna break a lot of records, make a lot of money, but at the end of the day, it's just another film in Marvel Cinematic Universe. I can't really see where they're gonna go from here in terms of representation, because of course Black Panther is gonna receive a sequel, and of course they're gonna expand on characters like Shuri and Silverback, but I don't know what they're gonna do next. Like, are they gonna make a movie about? Actually, I did hear that Devil Dino is getting a TV show. Unpaid intern.
Devil Dino.
You know?
Oh,
and Moon Girl.
Girl.
Yeah, Moon Girl and Devil Dino are getting a TV show or something, and she's black, so I guess they're gonna do that. What other minority characters are they giving a movie? Or female?
I guess Falcon exists.
Falcon is one of the worst heroes ever. If they ever release a movie with that bullshit, they lose all credit they got from Black Panther. No one wants to see some... I have no problem with Anthony Mackie. I like Anthony Mackie as an actor.
You ever hear what he said?
He said Uncle Tom shit?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no problem with Anthony Mackie. I know he's been under fire for some shit. I just don't like Falcon. I never liked him from the comic books. I never liked him from anything he's been in.
The tank top with the gay wings. I can't see this.
Wow. Unpaid intern?
That's not what I meant.
Forget it. All I'm saying is I don't like Falcon as a character. I'm not homophobic whatsoever. That was all unpaid intern. Unpaid intern's not either. He had a Freudian slip. But, yeah, I don't really know where they can go from here with inclusion. I'm not saying, you know, having a black movie is the be-all, end-all, but I don't really know of any trans superhero that Marvel has that can, like, do numbers like this. I don't know of any LGBT superhero that Marvel has that can do numbers like this. And I know for a fact that DC, no matter who they put a movie out with, can never do numbers like this. So I think this might be the peak Disney Marvel hits with their whole inclusion success, because people can only get acclimated to stuff like this to a certain point. Because people were upset about Black Panther, and he's just a black guy. Imagine if they had something even more, you know, taboo amongst modern society. I'm all for it, though. You know, I think we should give everyone a superhero movie, because you're all superheroes. You're all special in your own way. But I can't really see where they go from here, except Miles Morales, because he's, I think, black and Mexican, something like that. So that'd be cool. Also, Disney, let me audition for Miles Morales. Marvel, let me audition for Miles Morales. If anyone is watching this that has any strings, connections anywhere, let me audition for Miles Morales. Xavier for Spider-Man. Let's start that hashtag. Okay? Probably not. But anyway, it's worth a shot. So what else has been going on Unpaid Intern besides Black Panther?
I mean, how lighthearted are we remaining?
Well, there was a shooting. That it should be, a wake-up call for gun control, but so should have the other, 10 million shootings that occurred within the past year, not even including my lifetime. I've been around and I've seen a ton of shootings. I thought Virginia Tech was the pinnacle of, evil, but I keep getting proven wrong every year. The shooter used the AR-15, the same gun that was used in Las Vegas, the civilian version of the M16. So the AR-15 is a semi-automatic rifle, and it should not be in the hands of any American citizen whatsoever. I don't care how qualified you think you are. I don't care, how sane you think you are, or how precise you think you are with that thing. You don't really know how much damage they do because we're so desensitized to it. We see it in the news and in the media all the time. But, I know a lot of people who have been in wars. I know a lot of people who have, been around guns, been shot by guns, have shot guns. A bullet kind of, I'm not even trying to boost or anything, but a bullet kind of goes in one end of your body and comes out of another. It's not like a cartoon where a bullet goes straight through your heart and comes out the other end clean. It goes inside your body and ricochets off every internal organ, every skin tissue, everything in its path, and it makes a giant tear from point A to point B. So the point that it enters and the point that it exits. An extreme tear. It's like blowing yourself up. If you were to get shot with an AR-15 in the hand, it would probably wipe your arm clean off. That stuff is so destructive, it's not worth it. You can't even hunt a deer with it because there's gonna be shrapnel everywhere. Everything's gonna get destroyed. I don't really get what people are really hunting with these things. So that's never been a good excuse for me. So yeah, that's very sad that had to happen. It didn't have to happen. It's very sad that it happened, but it's very sad that it's taking this for people to have a sensible conversation about gun control, even if politicians don't want to do any change. Because, it's just sad. Marco Rubio wouldn't even admit that he took money from the NRA, even though he did. It's not rocket science. And he can't even face up to a bunch of teenagers, yada, yada, yada. But, hopefully that the future generations, people our age, can make a change, make a difference. Because from what I've seen, we seem to be way more tolerant than our, makers, the generation before us. But on a more lighthearted note, there seems to be a lot of good music that's still trying to be released, music that we need in these times. Let me look that up really quick. So yeah, in terms of music, Young Fathers, Cocoa Sugar should be coming out on March 9th, 2018. I'm really, really looking forward to that. Bishop Nehru has Elevators Act 1 and 2 coming out March 16th. Snoop Dogg, always releasing music. He has Bible of Love, that's coming March 16th also. This is just hip-hop too. Well, Young Fathers isn't exactly hip-hop. But this is just, music that I'm interested in. If you were an older listener, Tony Braxton has an album coming out March 23rd. It's called Sex and Cigarettes, so it'll probably be edgy. I can't even front. I do enjoy Self-Titled by Tony Braxton. That's a good album, so if you're into that, check that out. MF Doom and Czarface. They have Czarface meets Metalface. That's March 30th, and that's just in March. I'm not gonna go talk about everything coming out in April because it's just gonna get me excited for nothing. But yeah, we have a very good month to look forward to, and there's probably a ton of other stuff that's gonna get surprise dropped or that I'm just overlooking. So I'm really looking forward to discussing that with you guys, telling you my opinion on that. I'm gonna do a podcast before those come out too. So I'm sure some other news will occur in the next week or two. In the meantime, definitely check out shamelessplugmedia.net. Definitely a ton of articles you need to catch up on that I wrote, some that other people wrote, because we have a new submissions page. So check that out. And also check out the music posted on there, because we have a new artist from Chicago named LH, who recently submitted his music to shamelessplugmedia.net. He has 3 songs up there. You should check them all out. It's hip-hop rap. And we have another surprise coming for you. It should be up by Monday, February 20-something. Sorry if I don't have my dates exactly right. February 26th. So there'll be a new artist up there. There will be a ton of new articles out. If you check the gallery, there'll also be new pictures. And also, a big surprise coming. But I can't tell you what that is. And that's coming in the next couple of weeks. But it will be worth checking up on. So keep up with me on Instagram at shamelessplugco. That's shamelessplugco. You can hit up the Twitter, which is just my personal Twitter now. So XAVIEHUR. And in the meantime, just keep it real. Have a good day. Have a good week. Have a good month. Have a good year. Have a good life. Stay safe out here and don't let all this crazy ass news get you down too much. Don't let it affect you too much. I know it's hard, but I love you. So have a good one. As always, peace out.
Rock the house. Rock the house.
We was already molded in people minds of Muliani's. Now we more fucked up with a mayor named Giuliani.